important enough to fuel rivalry between the tribes. Through the ages, the tribes have been collecting wood on their own territories, carrying it back home with their traditional means of transportation. Their harmony fell apart when the Sufyan tribe borrowed a truck. They ventured into the Ammar territory and started to pick up loads of wood. They piled it up under heavy guard, fearing an attack by the neighboring tribe. Wasting no time, the Ammars came to claim their share of the wood. The conflict was inevitable. The adversaries unsheathed their jambias, but a sheikh intervenes. He proposes to consult their sovereign, the Sheikh of Sheikhs, Abdullah bin Hussein al-Hammar. Illustrious Sheikh Abdullah, whose ancestors were companions of the Prophet, and whose renowned forefathers conquered Spain and built a palace in Madrid still bearing their name. Illustrious Sheikh Abdullah, for 5 years he's been defying the authority of the government of Yemen. For 5 years he's been living as an outlaw in his fortress surrounded by his private army of 40,000 men armed by Saudi Arabia. Illustrious Sheikh Abdullah, he sits on the floor with his vassals. Sheikh Abdullah checks the freshness of the khat leaves, a stimulating drug chewed during their daily rituals. He makes sure that the leaves and the water pipes are distributed to his guests. The Sufyans want justice to be done regarding the 2 killings committed by the Ammar who stole the wood piled along the road. As the Sheikh tries to find out whom the wood belongs to, the leaders of both tribes claim ownership. The Sheikh concludes, his militia spotted the tracks the vehicles of the Sufyans left behind in the Ammar desert. However, the Ammar had no right to seek revenge. The Sheikh alone is in charge of justice. A deep silence fills the room. Everybody, under the influence, stares at the Sheikh, trying to guess the sentence. Sheikh Abdullah hands over his judgment in an airmail envelope, a judgment worthy of King Solomon. 2 sheikhs from each tribe will go to jail. They will be locked up in the same cell until they come to an agreement. The decision is irreversible. A shackle on their feet, the prisoners are locked up in one of the wells of the citadel. Every day, members of both tribes come to encourage the sheikhs to settle their dispute. A few days later, the sheikhs of the Ammar tribe come back to salute Sheikh Abdullah. They tell him that the prisoners have settled their dispute. They ask him to set the prisoners free and to accompany them to the mountains to meet with the Sufyans. Sheikh Abdullah accepts, to the great joy of his vassals. All along the way, warriors from the Sheikh's private militia and warriors from other vassal tribes enlarge the procession on its way to the mountains, where the Sufyans are expecting them. On the mountain, the Sufyans welcome Sheikh Abdullah and the Ammars, showing off their shooting skill. While the Sufyans and the Ammars are displaying their prowess as warriors, the sheikhs of both tribes explain to Sheikh Abdullah how the prisoners came to an agreement. Some Ammars accuse the almighty Sheikh of sowing discord between his vassal tribes by lending a truck to their adversaries. They even threaten not to accept his arbitration anymore and to call upon the help of the government, a move that would be a serious blow to the Sheikh. The Sheikh reacts swiftly and decides to repossess the truck he loaned. From now on, they will have to collect the wood with their camels, the way they've been doing it for several millennia. The only thing left to do for the Amars and the Sufians is to meditate over the decision of the Sheikh and to contemplate the savage beauty of the desert, where so much blood has been shed and will be shed, until the next judgment of Abdullah ben Hussein al-Hamar, chief of the mighty tribe of the Hashid, the free men of northern Yemen.